Hello, hello, welcome to New Gameplay Today. I am one of your hosts, Wesley LeBlanc, and we are joined by two very special people today. Marcus Stewart, how you doing?
Hey, I'm feeling better now that you called me special.
Yes, you're very special. And also very special is Brian Shea. How you doing?
Don't try to butter me up. I saw you call Marcus special already. It's not going to work on me.
Yeah, so what are we checking out here today, Marcus?
We're checking out Street Fighter 6. I had the opportunity to go to Capcom's headquarters in San Francisco, and they gave us 3 hours to explore Street Fighter 6 and check out pretty much all of the modes except for the online, and just sort of turned us loose. So this video is going to be sort of a compilation of some of the modes that were locked out of the demo that maybe players didn't get to see in trailers. This first one being the arcade mode, which I'm playing as Lily. We could only play as Lily or Ken, so I wanted to check out Lily since she's new. Arcade mode, one of my favorite destinations just for any fighting game, especially for just getting a handle on, you know, a character or just the mechanics, going around doing climbing the ladder, getting to see each character's story mode as you saw in the beginning. They play out in those sort of illustrated, narrated story moments. What's cool about the arcade, which I don't remember if it was in the previous game, is that there's actually different lengths for it where you could play, I think, as many as 12 matches, or you can do 5 matches. So the story content doesn't change. It just sort of depends on how much time you have.
Yeah, the way it worked in 5 was that you could actually choose what game's roster you wanted to fight through. So you could fight all the characters that were in Street Fighter 1 or Street Fighter 2 or Street Fighter 3. And that's kind of the way they deemed, like, hey, here's the arcade mode length. So that's cool that they're doing it just like a straight up, like, you can just choose how long you want it to be.
Yeah, and the only other, you know, in between those, you got the mini games like the breaking the vehicle game. We're gonna see a little bit of that in a second. There's also this really funny, like, basically basketball mini game that you can do where you're just trying to hit balls into the basket. Was also interesting, though, is that when I asked about the differences of, like, oh, is there any story changes depending on the length, the Capcom PR person told me no. But they did hint that the final, like, I guess, ending might have some variations depending on what you do throughout the arcade, and they wouldn't really elaborate what that meant. So I don't know if it's like, oh, maybe how successful you are at the mini games. Like, if I get 100%, like I break the car, or I just score all the baskets, do I get more of an ending or a better ending? I'm not sure yet, but that was something that kind of made me raise an eyebrow, like, huh, what does that mean exactly? I don't know if you have any more insight on that, Brian. You did our cover story and stuff, but...
No, I don't have any more insight on that because most of my stuff was focused on, like, the different control options and kind of, like, digging into, like, the backstory of Ken. I didn't really get to play arcade mode or world tour or any of the other modes. It was mostly just, like, versus. But yeah, like, it's refreshing that they're actually including arcade mode right off the bat here, because again, 5 very bare bones with the feature set. It seems like 6 is going kind of the opposite direction.
Yeah, that's actually one of the reasons why I still to this day haven't really played a ton of 5, despite being a big Street Fighter fan, was because a lot of the stuff that I'm personally interested in didn't come until much later, and I had kind of just lost interest, you know what I mean? So seeing all of this up front, you know, we'll see some of the other stuff shortly. This is a very feature-dense game. It seems like there's something for everyone, especially for, like, onboarding new players or, like, rusty players. There's all these different tutorial options. We'll see some of that later as well. It just seems like such a... I don't even say newcomer friendly. It just seems like a friendly game to, like, all walks of, like, Street Fighter fans. And also, I'm just going to shout out that this is my first time getting to play as Lily, or really any of the new characters you're going to see me here. I really like her a lot, and I'm a little self-conscious about, like, my performance with her. So I know how you know, fighting game fans be, but I think I'm doing her justice here. She has a lot of fun with those wind attacks of her. And I actually wasn't even aware until I played this that she had a connection to T-Hawk, being from the same tribe. And oh, here we go.
Oh,
We're gonna
cool. Oh, wait,
Tivoli versus Truck.
okay.
What they couldn't put Optimus Prime for legal reasons, you know.
I love that not only are you fighting a truck, but this is like in an arena, like a wrestling arena, where people have paid money to come see you do this to a truck.
I mean, is it any different than paying money to like a monster truck rally and you're watching trucks get
That's
blown
fair.
up?
I think the closer analog is World's Strongest Man, like those competitions where it's like, yeah, watch this guy carry a giant boulder from one side of a track to another.
That's
Put it
true.
on a
Like,
pedestal.
we're gonna drag a semi truck across a finish line. It's like I'd rather watch a
Someone-
teenage girl punch the crap out of a